Was there a time when you warned everybody, no one listened, and something bad happened? 12 years ago we had two nephews, ages 5 and 7. They were being neglected by their parents, Chad and Krista. Chad is my husband's brother and Krista was Chad's wife. My husband's parents complained all the time about what bad shape the kids were in. They were not toilet trained, were not in school, were always dirty and always had diaper rash. Oddly, rather than being concerned about the boys' welfare, my Phil seemed more just embarrassed about the situation, and Mill loved to gleefully snark about what a bad housekeeper and mother Krista was. After they moved to Colorado, my husband visited and saw just how bad off the kids were. All of the above and more. They were also malnourished and not meeting cognitive milestones normal for their ages. He tried talking to his brother about it. We tried inviting them for visits to get to know them better and see what we could do to help. Chad blew him off about his concerns, said he had it under control and implied it was none of our business. They canceled every visit, usually at the last minute. During one phone conversation, Chad even told my husband he wished he'd never had kids. My husband and I were horrified. He was at home when he said this, and what if one of the boys hurt him? One serious issue that the boys had was related to the diaper rash and lack of toilet training. They had developed a condition called encopresis, in which they were basically either very constipated or had explosive diarrhea. They were apparently being treated with enemas and suppositories, but not in any consistent manner. We later learned that they were being locked in their room, with no access to a bathroom, every day while Chad went work and Krista slept in. So basically they could not be toilet trained in that situation and would be left sitting in soiled diapers until she got up. The older child later told me usually I hold it, because it hurts when I go poop. The holding it is what directly led to the encopresis condition. And he did that because the diaper rash hurt his bottom so much when he defecated and had to wipe. Obviously, had the boys been kept clean with regular diaper changes and toilet trained on a normal schedule, they would likely not have developed this condition. After getting nowhere with Chad for a few months, my husband called social services. He told them everything, especially about the encopresis and malnutrition, but the person would not listen. She was very dismissive to my husband, and we later learned that the only thing they did was check the homeschool registry. 5 months after his call to social services and them doing essentially nothing, the younger child died, about a week before his 6th birthday. He died from an obstructed colon. His autopsy report described a baseball-sized ball of feces that was blocking and enlarging his tissue, and turned necrotic. The other child nearly died. This is a whole other story, but the horrible Teller County, Colorado Social Services Department pressured us to foster him even though we really had no means to do what he needed. He was also terribly malnourished, weighing 36 pounds at age 7 years and 9 months. After he was with us for a week he started vomiting because his colon was completely obstructed too. We got him to the hospital and he was there for 3 weeks. They said that his colon had stretched to 3/4 the width of his abdomen because of the encopresis. We don't know what eventually happened because we insisted that he be placed with a family that lived near his medical care. We were a 2.5-hour drive away, and who could better handle a special needs child? But there was a discussion about removing part of his colon because it was so damaged. If the Teller County, Colorado Social Services Department had done their job, my nephew might still be alive. Had my in-laws been anything but selfish, stupid and spiteful, they might have done something to stop their grandchildren from being neglected so badly that one of them died and the other one nearly did.